My name's Rachel Brady and I'm a mum of 3. I live in the Peak District and I was a YouTuber, kind of mummy vlogger for quite a while when my kids were younger. I have taken a little bit of a break and now I'm back and I'm focusing my content still on family, food and home, but also things like perimenopause, ADHD, giving up drinking and still family, food and home. Today's video is all about why ADHD mums might find things like cleaning videos helpful. I need to come up with a way more catchy title than that. So yesterday I cleaned out my boot room, and I mean, if you're an American, you might not know what a boot room is, but it's basically, we live in the country as well, so it's basically a room where like the animals come in if they're wet, like people throw their wellies, so it's like the dirtiest room in the house. As I was about to start doing it, I thought I'm gonna record this because I think that cleaning videos are really useful for me to make, but also for a lot of my audience finds himself in this same stage of life as me. So perimenopausal, many of my audience came from my ADHD video that I posted years ago. And so when you have ADHD and you have perimenopause, your ADHD symptoms are really exacerbated. And it occurred to me yesterday why is it that I find it so useful to record myself cleaning and then post it, and also why is it so useful for other people to consume that content who have ADHD, perimenopause and are mums. If you're none of those things, you can still watch this video, it's fine. Let's jump into the 7 reasons. Okay, so number 1, ADHD brains really crave structure and routine, and in particular, I haven't got an autism diagnosis, but I very much resonate and relate strongly to a lot of the autism traits. However, I feel like my ADHD is more prevalent and prominent. So particularly in that scenario, and I think everybody really likes a clean and tidy space, but the thing is, the ADHD brain really struggles to actually put that in place. And even though you can crave structure as an ADHD mum, you can actually find the actual act of doing it really hard. So for procrastination, overwhelm with lots of different things, distraction, and it can feel like there's literally a blockage between you and the task that you know you need to do. And what it does, if you're actually making a video, well, for me, for making the video, it actually gives me a reason and a massive dopamine boost to get it done. It's like, oh, I'm gonna have this beautiful tidy room, but also I'm at killing 2 birds with 1 stone. And if this has just occurred to me, ping, I absolutely am obsessed with killing 2 birds with 1 stone. I also hate that phrase, but that multitasking thing. So for example, when I record my podcast, I do it while I drive or walk the dog, but mainly when I drive. So it's that for me. So for you guys watching, what it can do is give you a kind of a roadmap, inspiration. And I think it's like, because when it's an edited video, it looks so simple and easy and bang, bang, bang. It's like, wow, yes, I want that feeling now and I'm gonna go and do it. So, number 2, it's kind of like body doubling. So I've not been massively into the body doubling thing. I know it's a big thing for a lot of ADHD people. So body doubling, for people that don't know, is like, oh, I'll meet you on Zoom at 10 o'clock and you work and I work. Well, we won't talk, we'll just work. Or you can literally sit alongside somebody and do write an essay together or something like that. So you're literally body doubling. You're like, so the idea might be that like you put on a cleaning video and you clean at the same time, for example, and it's kind of like a virtual kind of body doubling. So ADHD brains can feel very overwhelmed, and it's actually soothing and relaxing to see somebody else create order. So I definitely feel like, it's not like I sit down and watch loads of cleaning videos all the time, but when I've watched a video where somebody is cleaning and organising and sorting, or if you like watching like the Home Edit or Stacey Solomon, like it's really pleasing, like it really settles your mind. So as well as the inspiration piece, it's also kind of speaking to that overwhelm piece as well. Okay, so cleaning alongside me as I do my cleaning videos, you can actually go at your own pace. So you could pause the video and you can actually stop and start it and then go back to it the next day. So it makes the task feel a bit like you can You know, that I hate these sayings and I can't stop using them though. Like eating the horse, bite, 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 you know. They're always so awful, like the imagery that it creates, but they always make complete sense though as well. So yeah, it's like you can pause the video and go at your own pace. And it just makes it seem more manageable seeing somebody else do it. This is the biggest one for me, and it's that you're not alone. And so for me, when I previously used to make videos, I never ever wanted to make people feel like I was this perfect domestic goddess, because I absolutely wasn't at all. However, that said, things like cooking and homemaking give me enormous pleasure, and I'll never ever be ashamed to say that. However, especially as I got older and more into perimenopause age, I realised I was struggling more and more to keep up with the ideals that I wanted for my home, because visual clutter and visual mess really mess with my brain. So it's not like I'm putting this patriarchal pressure on myself to be like, oh, I'm a woman tied to the kitchen sink. Fuck that. No, I'll have to beat that out. Okay, so I feel like it's more just, honestly, it really lights me up to be clean, organised, tidy. But at the same time, I find it very hard to achieve that. So yesterday, for example, and I'll share in the video, like I am not afraid to share the absolute disgusting, appalling mess that was my boot room, because I know it makes other people feel less alone. And I actually, for one, think it's so relatable when you see other people, you know, also in a bit of a mess, like living in a bit of a mess. Because it's like normal. Like my favorite thing used to be those books, those Janet and Alan Alberg books with the, you know, Peepo and those, because the artwork always depicted like, you know, clothes draped over the back of a sofa, like toys all the way up the stairs. That's real, that's life. And I think ADHD comes with its own personal huge amount of shame around things like not being able to clean your house and things like that. And so when you see a video of someone cleaning at the start, when you see what a mess it is, it makes you feel less alone. And the next one is that I think it regulates your nervous system. Seeing somebody do something like that, I think that's why it speaks to me so much. That's why I don't do it often enough, and I'm hoping now to do much more of it on this channel. It's literally genius. It's like, it's helping me sort my house out. It's helping you, because it's going to give you inspiration for fellow ADHDers. And it's also creating my work for me as well. So it's content that's creating, you know, created for my audience. And also it's just like regulating my nervous system. It's regulating your nervous system. It's a bit like ASMR. You know, it's like, it's so soothing to see something be completed all tidily and fresh. And like even now, like even this morning, I keep saying to the kids, like, I was like, go in the boot room, it's so nice. You know, I'm working with a coach at the minute, just she's trying to help me just kind of figure out what it is I'm doing in my business, what brings me the most joy, where that kind of takes me and people who come along with me. And you know, there's this whole thing is like, what is the transformation that you are selling? And I'm like, I have no transformation. Like, I don't want to people to feel like, oh, you are going to consume my content and then you're going to be this, this, this. You know what it is? It's literally sharing what works for me with you. And it's that spiritual idea of we're just walking each other home. We're hanging out together. You know, my channel isn't just about, this is the expertise to do this. Absolutely not. It's about, this is what's working for me. Maybe it could work for you too. And also just having a laugh and being realistic and real and authentic along the way. Okay, so coming up next is my actual cleaning video of yesterday's boot room. And in it, I stop and start and talk. So it's a chatty one as well. So I hope you enjoy it. Oh my god. Honestly, the best thing to do is just go. stressful. Right, I'm doing it. Honestly, what the hell? What's that? Oh my god, it's like a really nice crossbody bag. Ah, my travel cushion. The other reason to do this is just to find all the things that you thought you lost. This is all animal things. This is an actual collection of rando. We've got shoe shine, umbrella, plant feed, seeds. What's crazy is this is such a good space. This used to be our kitchen when we first moved here. We had this space made into, this is the original farmhouse kitchen. And we had it done by our friend who's a joiner. Art materials. And you can look back on old videos and see how cute it was. Birdseed. But I think, especially if you have ADHD and you have a large family of animals, there is just no avoiding it. There's always going to be one room, unless you've got like this, unless like this is your full-time job and commitment is keeping the house in order. I just think there's always a room that gets like a dumping ground treatment. It's normally people's garage, isn't it? Now I'm going to do the same with the shoes. Move that. I cannot tell you how I've procrastinated about doing this, and I always do. I do this about once every 6 months or something like that. And this room just makes me unhappy. Like when I've been in this room, I have bad energy and I'm just like, oh, because it kind of reflects back at you like all the mess of your mind, you know? And there is shame there, isn't there, about that? Like, I have to work on that every day, like let go of the shame that your house isn't perfect. Like, and I think I just get so much pleasure from a declutter and a clean space, and that is, I think some of that is my, what I call like my autistic side, you know. It's like I really gain so much peace. Like the most peace I can describe to you is if I'm in a clean and tidy room, but that's very hard to achieve because of my ADHD and because of the kids and the animals and stuff. I used to be a bit embarrassed about like, oh my god, like I'm making cleaning videos, like what the actual hell is that, like what's that about? But like now I know I'm neurodivergent, it makes sense, and it also makes sense why people like them. I think they're motivating, you can chat while you're doing them. Oh, these cute, I never wear them. Well, they're cute, I should wear them perhaps. I'm too tall though. I've like, for years I've forced myself to wear heels and then I just stopped. This was a midlife crisis purchase by my husband. They've never been worn. They're like special edition, ridiculously expensive, never been worn. In the box, they need to go undented. That's a good, for a cover shot. Shoes! This is actually a really nice, look at this area, it just hurts my brain. Like this, I'll buy a cleaning caddy and then I just won't use it and it'll just sit in here. Cleaning caddy, okay? Cat basket. Okay, so this is an old toy box, so we use it to put bags in, which is not a bad idea at all. I do think we need to clear out these bags though, because a lot of these are never ever even used. This is like a little under sink cleaning area. I never got around to putting some nice fabric on the front there, which I wanted to do. Like this could be such a nice space. Right. Oh my god guys, I am really going to town. Right, I have never done this deep before. Right, so I got rid of all the stuff there I've gone through these cupboards and I'm about to go through the drawers and completely emptied them and just put everything on the tops. Okay, so emptied the Hoover bag. Now I'm going around everything and hoovering, and then I'll wipe down all the top. Okay guys, I'm having a bit of a shame here around the filth of the room, and I feel the need to explain, especially if maybe like you're American or something. A boot room in the UK, turn that off. A boot room in the UK is where you throw your wellies and your animals might live in there, and your dogs go in there when they're wet and things like that. So they are gross. So this, please don't think that like the rest of my house is like this. So the washing machine is on, which is what you can hear. Right, my cleaning spray is literally On Guard concentrate cleaning spray from doTERRA. If you don't buy that, which I do recommend by the way, I love it, and I pimp it as well with extra essential oils in, so it's already got the On Guard blend, but I also put in wild orange and peppermint. But what you could do, and I've done this before, is get like Castile soap. You don't need much of it, so water it down and then just add some nice essential oils. Add decent ones, please, please. Oh, hello. So I'm gonna wipe down all the surfaces. I've just hoovered like the major chunks of dust away from everything. So I'm gonna wipe down everything and then I'm gonna start putting stuff back. Right guys, I've actually made some quite good progress. So all the cleaning stuff is now there, and look what I did. It's a total botch job. Very me, very on brand. So it doesn't matter because it's just a boot room, right? This fabric, it's like a vintage fabric, very kind of Cath Kidston. It's completely too long, but it is an improvement on what was there, and also when it's kind of tucked in, when the whole thing is tidied up, it will be better, it will look better. So you know when you're like, oh, we've got no space for anything, well actually if you pull everything out and get rid of all the shit that you don't need, you actually do have the space. So underneath there was about 100 plastic bottles from the brewing phase, and now that is a perfect place to put all the massive bags of animal feed. Cookie, you are a hindrance. Cookie, Cookie, come, what are you doing? She's honestly in heaven, like plowing through everything and finding little spots to sit on and like things to chew. This is the kind of bit where we put everything back. So there is some cupboard space free. I haven't finished wiping down those cupboards. These now have like pet food in, light bulbs. We have 10,000 light bulbs if anyone wants one. Cleaning stuff under this very kind of dodgy curtain thing that I did. And now, so I've just brought the hats in. That's like hats and scarves. I'm gonna get rid of them. I've just brought the bags in that we want to keep, and I have yet to tackle this hell. But I don't think it's gonna be as bad as it looks, because I'm gonna get rid of some coats and shoes for the charity shop. Might even chuck a couple of things that aren't really good enough for the charity shop. I've pretty much done. Okay, so I'm just going to show you. Adam's shouting at me for lunch. So I'm just going to show you, like, oh my god, right? Like I said, there is more coats and shoes in a dumping ground in the kitchen, but look. Look. I would happily sit in here and read a book. I'm not going to, but you know what I mean? I would happily spend time in here now. Look. I mean, it's not completely perfect, some people's standards and things, but the difference. I know where everything is. We have extra space. Like, honestly, it feels so good into what my channel is actually about and make my content really helpful. And so for me, it's about being a neurodiverse mom in her 40s, going through perimenopause, you know, with kids and all that stuff, but also my kind of holistic love. And like, to me, this is holistic. Like, cleaning and decluttering is an energetic practice, 100%. And I know that doing the recording gives me dopamine and helps me do it as a neurodivergent person. So I hope that it motivates you too. I know it does, because that's why people watch these videos, and I totally get that. I really hope you enjoyed that cleaning video, and I hope it gives you some inspiration to do some decluttering and cleaning. Say hello below if you haven't, especially if you haven't seen me on here for a while. I really want to reconnect with like all the people that have stayed with me all these years, and maybe some old names from the past that haven't seen me for a while too. Subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment, like the video, hit the alarm bell for some alert. I'm gonna start leaving like some freebies, some things like that. It will link to my website, so in return you're going to give me your email address and I will send you the freebie. That's a lovely little energetic exchange, and it also means that you're going to stay in the loop with my work. I offer retreats. I've got a beautiful Cornwall retreat coming up in November 2025, depending on when you're watching this video, that will be relevant or not. And I also have in-person workshops and things like that, so always keep an eye on what I'm offering. I also have a digital course on at the minute. It's an audio course all about chakra balancing. So bye for now, and I'll see you next time.